next, I believe, is the student leadership.
It is, thank you. And we definitely practiced a 15-minute presentation. So we are going to do our very best. This is our update for the second quarter of year 3. And we are going to skip the Menti fun. And I'm sad that we're going to skip the fun, but instead I'm going to ask in the chat, anyone who has already graduated with an undergrad degree. So Hannah and Tyler, you're on, well, Tyler has a degree now. What am I talking about? Everybody, we have a question for you. What is the class in which you got your first shockingly bad grade on an exam? Put the name of the class, the thing that really shocked you or hurt your feelings. We'd like to have that in the chat, please. And as you're doing so, I'll just share with you that our students have decided to make March Mental Wellness Month. And one of their goals is to ensure that we remove the stigma of success. So to be a successful person, they'd like to have everybody know that that doesn't mean every moment of your academic life is successful. And if anybody's willing to share, nice, Tyler, with math, but even share that exam grade. Did you actually get, you know, a D or an F on an exam in that class? If you're willing to share. It's really funny about Tyler. I'm following along here as well. That's lovely. And we'll just kind of jump right on through. We're going to try to bring lots of voices. And so I'm going to ask all students to have cameras on, please. And I'll pass to Samantha.
Yeah, so student leadership, I was expecting Joanna to do her 3 slides and then I was going to do my thing. We really have been spending, continuing from the fall, spending a lot of time letting students anchor themselves in clubs. That seems to be like the place in COVID where everybody's the most cozy. Other than that, we've been keeping things going along that you guys already know about, lots of peer tutoring and research. We've been able to expand embedded students. We're continuing with our meetings all of the time. And as you guys found out earlier in this meeting, we are continuing these asynchronous conversations, both with faculty and leadership groups, which have been a big part of what we've been doing.
Thank you. Passing over to Fatima, and Samantha's our student coordinator. I'm sure everybody knows her, but just in case, I'm a student agency lead, and Fatima is our AmeriCorps for student leadership. Fatima?
Hi guys, so here in this slide, we have a number of students who are active in the network as well as in the clubs. We are really proud of our students for being so engaged despite all the challenges they're facing through COVID and being here with us virtually, despite having so many Zoom calls. We are proud of them.
Thank you so much. And this growing networks are really due to the club spaces. You're going to hear a little more about that in just a moment. Back to some.
Yeah, so the big changes here are that in December, we were able to bring on 5 additional directors who will serve until December of 2021. And those are concentrated in 3 social media, 1 admin lead and 1 tech lead. That's I'll let them introduce themselves. I think they're going to talk to you later. And as you can just see, you know, I did some crunching of the numbers between scholars and campus leads about, we always ask them whether they feel like the time that they're putting forward is helping themselves, helping the network, or helping others. And you can peruse that at your leisure and see that we are helping ourselves and helping others a lot, and not insignificantly helping the network.
Thank you. I don't have my notes on hand, so I hope somebody will just jump in whose turn this is.
That's me. So what we did in leadership convos is it was a mix between adultier adults, as we like to call them, and students and leadership, talking about different types of questions on different topics, such as like the positions that students can take in the network, as well as like the bylaws that we were looking through. And it was really good conversations getting to talk on that too. I'll let Keaton and Jasmine take care of the next.
Yeah, so this matters so much because we felt like it was the best way of getting feedback from students and leadership, like the adults, to have that open and honest, efficient line of communication.
And this line of communication is very essential to a productive network.
So we'll let Josiah.
So yeah, what comes next? We're using the ask the student documents. They will be relayed back and forth between student leaders and leadership team to encourage a conversation that can be continued asynchronously and over extended time periods.
Okay, so for hometown ambassadors, we pretty much talked about like how due to COVID-19, we really weren't be able to go home like we did like last semester and really like personally talk to the students in each class that we wanted to do. So therefore, we decided to do something a little different, and we were able to make a video about First Two, like a presentation about the network and like how to get involved in everything. And then like along with the video that we sent, we also included a survey to send to reach as many high school students as possible. And it was distributed to, I think, a lot of campuses all over the state.
I'm having trouble running my own things here. Do we have a what comes next different person there? Are we ready for next slide?
I think it's Kazar. If she's
Okay, thank you. When I'm screen sharing, it's very hard for me to see. So if Samantha or Fatima could give me support and let me know if Kazar is here.
I was just trying, she was here at some point. I do not see her little block anymore, so.
Great. Aubrey, can you take 2 parts?
Oh wait, I do see her face now. Kazar, can you unmute?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My mom was just on the phone, so I had to leave the room. So high schoolers were our target audience, and without the Hometown Ambassador program, many students would not even know about First Two. So that's why we decided to go with this.
And then what comes next? Data collection and analysis and PDSA completion. So what went well? What didn't go well? How do we improve for future ambassador programs? Even if we don't use the same format, we can still learn how to improve on the in-person format once we can go back to that.
Whoops. There we go. I found the right spot. All right. Tech, you're up.
Josiah, that's
Josiah, are you-
you.
Yes, that's me. WVU Tech has started on research this semester. Our supervisor is Dr. Sanish Rai. We have 5 students working on that. We've also posted flyers on across campus, and yeah. So basically, sorry, I'm outside. Basically, we're just trying to get the word out to seniors through the hometown ambassadors, and just across campus to try to grow our campus club.
Fairmont?
Okay, so pretty much now, last semester, we weren't actually able to meet in person at all. In this semester, where it's getting a little bit less restrictions. So we are able to start meeting, and we're having like a both in person and online. Like some of us will be here, and then we'll also have our computers on. And then we're also having new tutoring services with, right now we have 4 tutoring ambassadors. Mm-hmm. And also we've currently been discussing possibly, Chrissy wants to implement like a mentor type system. So like where you'd be an intern for like over the summer, and then come in and have a mentor for like the first 2 years, and then you transition into a mentor for the last 2 years where like new people come in. So it's really like we're trying to help as many people as possible and help get those leadership roles as well.
Okay, thank you. And feel free to speak up if you need me to do something different on these slides. I think I'm screen sharing just my PowerPoint slide. Is that true, Samantha?
It's not true. I'm sorry, I put that in the chat because when you click away from the PowerPoint, it's taking away their cheat of being able to look at their slide.
Okay, I thought I was only sharing my PowerPoint screen. Am I sharing my entire screen?
Yes.
Yep, we can see everything.
Let me try this again. I apologize. I'm trying to keep up with chat and everything else. How about this? Let's try this again. How about now?
Yes. Good.
Well, thanks. And next time, don't wait so long to correct me, my friends. West Virginia State, you're up next. Maria, were you going to take this?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm the new president of West Virginia State University First to Network Club. So what we have done so far is that we were having some issues with the paperwork and with student affairs department. So we got that all paperwork done and we submitted our paperwork and now we have become an official student club. And the second thing is that we have started in-person meetings and where we have in-person as well and Zoom as well. So people who don't want to join like in person, they can actually join from Zoom as well, like within our room. So we have, it's active. We have like 7 to 8 students who come to the meetings in person. And then we have some students who join within Zoom. And then the second thing is that we have 2 of our students, Maddie and Malin, that are actually doing the hometown ambassador program. And we will be talking more about that in our upcoming meeting, which will be like on Thursday, which is in person as well.
Thank you. I'd like a warm welcome to Maria. This is her first network meeting and she has stepped right into a big leadership role. So I want everybody to make her feel welcome. Marshall.
So on Marshall's campus, we're still entirely student run. So Dr. Norton is kind of there whenever we need him, but we kind of run things on our own. The fellowship and student check-ins are still a high priority. I feel like on our club, we still prioritize making sure everybody's doing okay. So the check-ins have to happen, like I want to say every week we do check-ins. In the fall, we had 16 members total, 14 active. The 2 people that were not active still were in contact with me, but they just felt like they had a lot on their plate. And spring semester, I feel like our numbers have drastically dropped. And part of that is just because of COVID and people deciding that they weren't going to come back. So we've had about 4 to 6 people active throughout our club now.
Thank you. UC?
Our club has actually doubled in size from 6 members to 12 since we started last semester. And we're currently working on planning events this semester, which is trivia night, mental health Mondays, and a grad school night. Trivia night will be next month, and we're inviting STEM professors to kind of increase interconnectivity between students and professors. And it's a recruitment event.
So the next things that we are going to focus on is Mental Health Mondays, and this will just be where some upperclassmen check in with some of the underclassmen just on a one-on-one basis, see how they're doing, see if there's anything that we can do for them. And then the last thing that we're super excited about is the UC First to Network chapter is partnering with the UC ACS chapter, and the 2 clubs are going to invite different STEM professionals to come in and tell their STEM story and talk about how they chose their path. And that will be the end of March.
Thank you so much. WVU?
So we've been having our semester meetings every Monday at 7 p.m. over Zoom because we're still not allowed to meet in person. We've seen a bigger turnout this semester. Last semester, we had around 5 to 7 students per meeting, and now we have around 10 to 14 students. We did some outreach and reached out to any students who were not attending meetings just to check in and try to get a better time this semester for them. So we think that has encouraged more students to attend.
And then at our meetings, we typically discuss our academic struggles, and then we also come up with new strategies to overcome any struggles we might be having. Another topic that we usually talk about is like things that we enjoy doing on campus. And right now we're planning events for mental health Mondays and tutoring.
Thanks, guys. So when we spoke with you a quarter ago, we had listed for you guys some identified issues the students thought were issues for our student leadership group and for the network at large. Before this meeting, we asked students to categorize those as things that are better, things that are en route to being better, or things that still need better yet. They're color-coded around the way students see these things. And for lack of time, I don't think we're going to dive into these right now, but I think it's interesting just to help link you guys to the continuum of identifying things and working on them. So big kudos to the network at large, leadership in particular, for attending to those things in green and working towards the things in yellow. Whoops.
Thank you so much, Joanna and all. We need to transition toward the alumni group. They only have 7 minutes left at this point. Is this your last slide?
Okay, great. We just quick reminder, we'd love to have working group visit a student meeting this semester. It did happen last semester and we'd love to have it. So you can check in with me anytime. We're always at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays. And if you have other ideas about how you'd like to cross-pollinate, work on things together, please let us know. Certainly college readiness, my ears perked up about syllabi. If you'd like to, have student input on something that you're working on, please reach out.